Hi, I'm Andrew Cooley, and I'm excited and humbled to have been called to be your interim priest at St. Mary's. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've spent most of my life, both early life growing up and my adult life in Colorado. I'm married. My wife Terry and I have one child, and she is in Tacoma. She came to University of Puget Sound about 14 years ago and has never left. She is married and now has a new baby boy, and so we are grandparents. I also have a sister who lives here in Tacoma also. I've been a priest for 35 years, but 10 years ago I made a significant change in my career and began a career as a professional interim priest. And I've served 6 churches in the last 10 years, some in Colorado, but also in Walla Walla, Washington, and then most recently in Florence, Italy, a church there that is part of the Convocation of Episcopal Churches in Europe. Last October, I retired from full-time ministry and then wanted to move with my wife here to be close to family. But I presented myself to the bishop and said I'm eager for part-time work or something that might turn up. And sure enough, this seems to be an answer to prayer. I'm very eager to be with you, and so I hope my experience and my commitment to a ministry that's grounded in competency, in trustworthiness, and caring can be helpful to you in this time of transition. My commitment would be to try to get to know you, to know your story, the story of St. Mary's Church, and each of your stories, for that's where the life of Christ is. I know you've been through some turbulent times, and I know this time of COVID and so forth has its own stresses and burdens. An interim time is about transition, and transitions can be difficult. But I see myself as kind of like Moses, a person who leads people from one place to another to come into the fullness and richness of God's promise, or like John the Baptist, who proclaimed a message of to prepare for a new future, a new way of being open to seeing how God is at work in our midst. Change isn't easy, but I have come to see that it is in the midst of change that grace becomes more real to people, and that is why I come to love transition and interim ministry. The key, however, is prayer. And so I want you to know I am keeping you in my daily prayers, and I invite your prayers for me, and I'm really looking forward to getting started with you in February to walk with you in this journey that God has for us. God bless you.